2 minutes to close, Gordon. What do you want to do? Decide.
Dump it.
In the height of the yuppie era, in the middle of the 80s, comes a movie that summarizes a full decade even before it was over. It didn't define the decade, it was just an aspect of it. Oliver Stone wanted to shine a light at corporate America and expose it for the world to see. What he created was a drama that captured a special moment in time, in one of the most recognizable cities in the world, in a location that everyone knows represents the peak of the world capitalism, Wall Street. But is the movie any good? I'm Meffistoe. Like, share, and subscribe because this is my review of the movie Wall Street.
The illusion has become real, and the more real it becomes, the more desperate they want it. Capitalism at its finest.
Wall Street tells the tale of a small-time broker named Bud Fox. He's desperate to make money and make it fast. He's good at his job, but he keeps looking to the upper echelons and covets what they have. Plainly speaking, he just wants to play with the big boys. To do that, he goes to the biggest fish in town, Gordon Gekko. Bud storms into Gekko's office and pitches everything he's got. Gekko initially brushes him off, but as Bud returns back to the office, he gets a call and he gets tested.
Think you can handle that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I just bagged the elephant.
Fox, of course, proves himself to Gordon, and the two get into bed with each other. Oh, no, not that. I mean, they go into business with each other. The problem is, Bud is expected to do things that he's not very comfortable to do, like spying on the competition and getting important information before it gets to the market in order to use that to leverage your position. In other words, Gekko expects that Bud will deliver his insider trading.
No, sir. That wouldn't have been legal.
Sure. Relax, pal. No one's gonna blow the whistle on you.
It starts small as Bud goes into his friend Roger Barnes, who's a lawyer dealing with mergers and acquisitions. Then he actually impersonates a cleaning supervisor to infiltrate some companies and copy their secret files. All this serves Gekko well, and in turn, he lavishes riches on Fox.
Never knew how poor I was till I started making a little money.
He introduces Fox to Darian as they start their relationship together. Bud can afford to send a little bit more money to his father, a plane mechanic, and Bud can afford a brand new apartment at a good spot in Manhattan.
Maybe you'd like to see something cheaper that I got over on First Avenue.
All right. Offer $950.
Since Bud is still employed in a brokerage firm, he gets a nice little shiny office, but all this money and power goes to his head. He loses old friends and doesn't heed the warning of an old-timer who can sense the change on Bud's face.
The main thing about money, Bud, it makes you do things you don't want to do.
It all comes to a head as Bud mixes business and family, as he convinces Gekko to invest in the airline that his dad works for. And he convinces his dad that it's a great idea to have the unions support a man like Gekko.
What I see is a jealous old machinist who can't stand the fact that his son's become more successful than he has.
The deal closes, and Fox realizes how the business mind of Gordon Gekko actually works.
You got 90% of the American public out there with little or no net worth. I create nothing. I own.
Even if you're not into the stock game, this movie will put you on the edge of your seat at times as you see deals being made in real time in the trading pits and, of course, in the back rooms. The movie really steps up into the nitty-gritty of the insider trading and how people will go to almost any length to know about a deal beforehand and make sure they can cash in on it. It seems to me that Oliver Stone really despises Wall Street business types, especially the yuppie boomers, the same generation as Stone himself.
Now, you're not naive enough to think we're living in a democracy, are you, buddy? It's the free market.
Stone hates corporate America and the greed it represents. That's why he shows everything he can, especially how true deals are made in the back room.
If I'm right, eighths and quarters won't matter. Taking anaconda.
This is really special. Anaconda.
Buy another 50,000 anaconda.
Bet the ranch.
Buy 100,000 shares.
The role of Bud Fox couldn't have been more tailor-made for Charlie Sheen. If Michael J. Fox wasn't so busy with Family Ties, you can bet your ass Bud Fox would have been an older version of Alex P. Keaton. Regardless, Sheen fits this role like he fits an 8-ball in his pocket and a couple of hookers waiting in his bed. Charlie exemplifies the go-getter 20-something-year-old at the time, cutting corners wherever he can until it hits him in the face and he realizes that he's just a small little fish swimming with massive sharks.
If equally matched, fight. And if not, split and reevaluate.
He's learning, huh? What he's learning.
I hate saying this so much, but again, a side character in a movie that is the best character in it. And of course, it's Michael Douglas's Gordon Gekko. Apart from defense and falling down, this is my favorite performance of Douglas. He's mean, he's ruthless, and he's treacherous. He's loyal only to himself and his money. It is quite appropriate that his last name is a lizard because a last name like Snake would have been a little bit too obvious.
You stop sending me information and you start getting me some. Get dressed, I'll show you my charts.
Regardless, Michael Douglas owned this role and turned his performance of Gekko to be the definitive evil businessman of the 80s.
If you're not inside, you are outside, okay? And I'm not talking about some $400,000 a year working Wall Street stiff flying first class and being comfortable. I'm talking about liquid.
I guess my only real gripe with the movie is the fact that sometimes it actually moves a little bit slow, especially when it comes to the romance angle between Bud and Darian. It only serves as a specific story purpose at the end of the movie, but for me, it is the weakest point of the film. It doesn't really help that I don't like Daryl Hannah as an actress. Otherwise, this movie is great, and I would happily recommend it to people who love the nostalgia aspect of the 80s. If you would have asked me to give you 5 film recommendations of movies that deal with Wall Street, this would be in my top 5, along with Trading Places, The Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street, and Margin Call. All of them deal with the same thing that Gordon Gekko said so eloquently in just one sentence.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
I thank you for watching, and remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.